The 3 East instructional video on how to set up the cycler machine for peritoneal dialysis. On this slide, you can get a good idea of how to position the bags when you're getting ready to set up the cycler. For the sake of this demonstration, we're only using 2 bags, but if you needed to put a third on the machine, you can put it on the second shelf on the cart. The supplies needed to set up the cycler are the Baxter Integrated APD set with cassette, 3-prong. This is the only machine other than the PD bags that you'll need to actually prime the cycler machine. Remember that bags are found in the 3 East Pyxis, and instructions on how to override the bags are found above the med station. After you're done programming the numbers into the machine, which we went through on the previous video, and you press go, the machine will prompt you to load the set. Once you're ready, you can open the cassette and get ready to start. Note that there is 1 bag on the warmer and 1 bag next to the cycler machine for the sake of this demonstration. Open the lever on the door and place the cassette into the machine. If you try to put it in backwards, it just won't fit, so there's only one way that it can actually work. Make sure the cords are not going to get caught in the door. Shut the lever and pull it down. Next, hang the blue mount on the door of the cycler. This is going to help us know which line is which. When you press go, the machine will begin self-testing. At this point, it's going to make sure that the cassette that you're using is safe to use. After the machine is done self-testing, the machine will prompt you to open the clamps and connect the bags. Taking off all of the paper wraps so you have the appropriate length, you will be able to tell that the first line on the right-hand side is the toilet line. We're always going to move from right to left when we begin setting up the cycler machine. You will note that the tallest line on the mount is the patient line. For the sake of this demonstration, we will be showing the toilet line running into the sink. But you can see at the photo on the left-hand side the appropriate position of the toilet line so that PD fluid runs effectively into the toilet. Note that there is an extra line that is not in the mount when you undo the cassette tubing. This line is for an effluent sample bag if needed. We will further go into this on the PD cultures video, but just note that this can be used to collect a sample off of the first pull or manual drain that the machine does. If you need a sample, you will have to connect the effluent sample bag to the sample line. If you don't need a sample, this line can remain clamped throughout the entire process. After you're done running the toilet line, we'll begin working from right to left. The next red line is connecting to the bag that sits on the warmer. Red line always goes to the warmer. Ensure that your PD bags are out of their plastic wrapping. Now we will connect the red line to the line the bag on the warmer. Ensure that your clamps remain open throughout the process. While connecting bags, ensure not to touch any part. As you connect, also ensure to break the flanges that are on the bags. This will allow the machine to prime correctly. Next, the middle line, as we continue to work from right to left, will connect to the second bag. our flange is broken and we ensured not to touch anything while connecting the bags to maintain sterility. If using a third bag, the next blue line would be used. Since we're not, we're going to clamp it off. And as we said, the tallest line is the patient line. That can be left open so that it primes. When we're all ready, we can press go and the machine will begin priming. Note that priming can take some time, so now is a good time to do the patient's dressing change. We typically use betadine solution, a gentamicin cream, and then a split gauze on top of a sterile gauze that occludes the line so that there's no chance of bacteria getting in. After priming is done, the machine will prompt you to open patient line and connect yourself. When this displays on the machine, we can take the patient line over to the patient, sterilely remove the cap on their PD catheter, and connect the patient line to them. Ensure that that line is unclamped as well as the patient's own catheter is unclamped. If not, the machine will beep as soon as you press go. Once you're ready, you can hit go to start. The machine will always start by doing an initial drain to make sure that the patient does not have fluid on them before we begin instilling fluid. And that is how you set up the PD cycler machine.